Let's talk about controversies yet again. This time, Pat Contry and fucking Pewdiepie. So, Pat Contry, or Pat the NES Punk, does a podcast where he talks about news and just kind of gives his own opinion about it. And I really like it. He did a video the other day talking about the Pewdiepie controversy, about how there were articles that were put out talking about how, claiming that he was anti-Semitic, that he was racist, and that he later was dropped by Disney and Maker. And even Pewdiepie himself, put out a video talking about, what happened and everything. And mostly, Pat's video just has negative comments just out the wazoo. People bitching about, well, clearly you didn't do any research. Clearly you didn't bother to watch any of PewDiePie's videos. This is fake news and da-da-da. I would just like to say, you people are fucking idiots. First of all, why are you wasting your time defending fucking PewDiePie? Now look, I don't hate PewDiePie. I don't really give a shit about PewDiePie. So does a good majority of people. I've never watched him. I've seen bits and pieces of his stuff, and I've just kind of wondered, what's even the appeal? Now, at the same time, I watch channels like Game Grumps and Markiplier. I watch Markiplier in very small doses, though I don't watch all of his stuff. I do actually prefer it when he does a full playthrough of an actually good game. Like just recently, I really enjoyed his Let's Play of Resident Evil 7. But I don't like it when he does gimmicky stuff, like, I'm gonna play this really shitty jump scare indie game that nobody else is playing. Games that are solely made for Let's Players. And what I like about Game Grumps is that they actually play real games, and they do full Let's Plays of them, and their commentary is actually funny about the shitty game or the actual conversations that they have. Case in point, when it comes to the Game Grumps, I've never cared for the JonTron era. I've tried watching it. I can't stand it at all. It's kind of the same reason, I guess, why I don't like PewDiePie, is that a lot of it was it was just them screaming a lot. And God, I hated it. I really did. And more likely that's not a lot of what PewDiePie does, is he just screams a lot. I'm sure in a lot of his earlier videos he did, but guess what? I'm not going to bother to do the fucking research for it. I'm not going to go through several PewDiePie videos to understand his content. I don't give a shit. And I don't blame Pat for not wanting to go through several videos just to find out for sure, is PewDiePie really a racist? Is he really anti-Semitic? No, that's an idiotic argument. Clearly he's not. All PewDiePie did was he made a bunch of really shitty, offensive jokes. And nobody thought it was funny. That's the fucking point. And it got him into trouble. Now, yeah, those articles were very clickbaity. Clearly they were. You'd have to be a fucking moron to not tell these were clickbait articles and nothing more. Clearly those aren't true. But it did cost him, being fired by Disney and by Maker. It did cause that, but it's not going to hurt him. But bear in mind, at the same time, PewDiePie did put out a video after all this started happening, and he did apologize for a lot of the shitty jokes and said, yeah, that was pretty bad. I'm kind of like a shitty comedian. He kind of owned up to it, but when I also hear about how he goes back and deletes some videos, it also says that, well, he's not standing by his so-called art or anything like that. So, no, Pat is not wrong or anything like that. And it's not, I don't think it's even so much that Pat hates PewDiePie. I think it's just that, and as he stated, he doesn't respect him. And for good reason. PewDiePie does not put out content that, is going to be everlasting or anything like that. It's content that's here today, gone tomorrow. It's digestible sugar is all it is. And And that's okay for some people. It's not okay for everything else, because it's dumbed down, controversial entertainment that's really not that funny. And what's just so ridiculous is how people in Pat's comment section are just being straight up dicks, really. So yeah, I've never cared for PewDiePie. I've never watched him. I've never understood why he's so popular. But he is. But people need to remember, the only real reason why he was doing shit like this, the controversial jokes and everything, was because he knew it was going to get him views, because it was controversial. I mean, hell, the articles got him a lot more attention, too. So, it worked. Sadly, it fucking worked. It just goes to show that it doesn't matter how well researched, how well written, how well edited anything that you do. If it's not something like that, that's disposable garbage, everybody's gonna fucking love it and just eat it up. Makes me very sad. So yeah.